Do not be surprised. And I'm going to say this now. I don't know how it works. But do not be surprised if they end up in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. All right. Oh my God, imagine you're a kid. Now they were when they started this, but imagine when you're a kid and just a few years later, you do a stop on a, I saw somebody say where is this at? Pepsi Center? There was, somebody said in the comments that there was 18,000 people at this. Am I wrong on that? How many people were at this concert? But regardless of how many people were there, maybe there was more, but they stopped. Now you were a kid. And I haven't done the videos yet, but I've seen the thumbnail, and you were a kid, you know, playing like in the sort of like makeshift studio, it looked like. Fast forward a couple of years, you stop, and thousands of people sing your song. 8,000 people? It's wild. The progression from a garage band, which is what we would call here in America. I don't know what y'all call it, where y'all are at. I remember if you're new here, a huge European audience here. In fact, there's only probably 25% of the people that even listen to me bump my gums every day that are from America. Everybody else is from Europe. You know, and we call it a garage band. I was in a garage band once. I could have never thought that I could have just, boom, stopped, looked up, and 8,000 people singing my lyrics. What a dream come true. What an amazing story. I can't wait to learn more about them. They have such a beautiful energy to them, too. Like, there's just something it sounds good, but you feel good for them while you're watching, because you're like, this isn't easy. And there's a lot of haters in this world that are like, that get jealous. And like, I wish I had that success. And you don't feel that for them. You're so proud of them. You know, you're proud of them. You're like, all right, do your thing. Oh, we got to get a pause in. They're so great when it comes to reactors, but let's not take our chances. Let's go ahead and pause. Don't give them a bad choice, a hard choice. Let's make it easy on them so we don't necessarily screw anything up for them. So, they're stage presence. Yeah, I like their stage presence. They're really good. They're very well trained and coached on that, and it's also natural too. That's probably why they're so good at it. Most performers, most bands are going to get stage perform. They go through training for what looks cool, that kind of stuff, and then they add their natural flair onto it. And their natural flair, they have a natural flair, so they do amazing. That's one thing. On the other side, man, they command a crowd. That crowd is just like hook, line, and sinker. They're just like, what do you need from? That's the Army. That's the Warning. That's you. That's you. And me. Now, I did join the Nightwish Army not long ago. I enlisted. But I was told that I'm allowed to join both armies. Now, I did join the Warning Army without checking with the Nightwish Army. But it seems like those two work well together. Seems like they mesh together well. So now I'm in two armies. All right. And I think it's pretty cool. But what I do notice is their crowd work. The way that they command a crowd. You know, the crowd is just like, what do y'all need? Are we singing we're singing the chorus. All right, we're going to sing the chorus. You guys stop, and then we're going to sing it. And it's like, yeah, let's just do it. They just do it. And they're phenomenal at this. And I said it too many times. I watched my React video that I just put out yesterday, and I said too many times, it's so hard. It's so hard. But I'm blown away. And I'm going to say it one more time, because I was a musician in the 90s. This is not even close to easy. It's not. It's hard if you did it in your basement. It's hard to do this, just these three sitting around playing in their basement, and then add 8,000 people in front of you. And then you got to look cool while you do it, because you don't want, some rocker just standing there with their back to the stage just playing. No, you want them like show. You want a show. And they do the whole thing. I'm blown away. I do not be surprised. And I'm going to say this now. I don't know how it works. But do not be surprised if they end up in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Absolutely. Do not be surprised. Years and years away. And I hate to say that now, because that's like, oh, yeah. But apparently they're already 60 songs in. And if they have this kind of energy, the way that they have changed kind of perception on some things, do not be surprised. I'm not saying they're there yet. I know that it takes a while to get there. I'm just saying, don't be surprised. It would not surprise me if 30 years from now we're like, yep. You know what's funny, Raymond? I didn't actually do this. The mods and the chat build my entire playlist. It's fortuitous that the warning just happened to come up today. I don't build the list; they build it, and it was there. It was on the list, and I'm so glad it was. But yeah, we're gonna do a super chat next. But it was awesome. That's now, how many songs is that now? Now that's 4, because the first ever one was Evolve, and it got taken down. I don't even remember Evolve. I could technically do Evolve again, because I don't remember it, but I'm not going to. I'll do it again, just in the context of knowing that, hey, I have done this song. Okay, I don't remember it, but we'll do. It was so long ago, and it got banned and taken down because I did the MTV version, and it was on a live show, which is a lot more chaotic. Especially back then, it was an earlier live show when I was. All sorts of stuff was going on, so it's very hard for me to remember back then. But yeah, Raymond, the chat and the mods have built this entire playlist, and I just show up and I push play, and the song just happens to come in. In fact, what I need to do while we're waiting for this next one is we do have a super chat coming up. I got to make sure that I have it loaded in, because it's a new way that I'm doing it. But what I want to do is just kind of, I don't want to beleaguer the point of what I made in the last video with the warning. I don't want to beat it. I don't want to beat a dead horse. But knowing from what I know, being a musician back in the 90s, and I didn't play a lot. We did a small like regional tour. I was not big. The last person that ever knew I played in the band was literally a phone call that happened this morning. But the last time before that was probably 10 years. This is the last time anybody even referenced it. Okay, so I have nothing major at all when I was in music at all, and it was years ago. It was 25 years ago. My last concert that I ever played was in December of 2001, and I left for the Marine Corps like a few days later. So, but I do know how hard it is to get in front of people. And again, you'll recall that I told you the story about how I didn't quite understand that women liked guitar players. I was naive. Remember, I was telling the story and I was playing. I had my foot up on the monitor and I was mad. I was like, why are these girls here? Move so the cool people can be here. You know, and you know, I look back now and I'm like, bro, you had groupies. Probably better that I didn't realize it if you think about it. Probably better that I was naive if you think about it. But the warning, for me with them, it is that they're okay. Their songs are catchy. They have a great melody. They're good musicians. They fill sound. I think the filling of the sound thing is what blows me away because that is what is impossible for musicians. That's the it factor that musicians are always trying to find. The thing when they're like, you know, do they have it? We can't ever really define it because it doesn't have a stat to it. It doesn't have something that you could print up on a piece of paper. It's just you sit there, you listen to it, and it fills the arena. So you're like, oh, that's it. That's the it. And they fill it. They fill it. And I can't get over that. So I'll back up my statement. I will not be surprised. They are not there yet because I will honor the musicians who have spent 30, 40 years with their craft, and they pay that. They earn those stripes over 30, 40 years, but I guess they're 10 years in. All I'm saying is, do not be surprised if in like 20, 30 years, it starts becoming a conversation. If they continue on this path, is what I'm saying. If they stopped right now, they'll be a really good band that we'll remember forever, probably. But if they continue on this path, do not be surprised if in 20, 30 years, we are talking about them in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Because it's more than music with them. It's their presence, but it's also how they did it. It's how they did it. Because I think often when we have these young kids who start bands, we praise them unnecessarily. We kind of give them their flowers, kind of like the old that old show, the not America's Got Talent, the other one, the very first one they had, where somebody's mom didn't tell them they weren't talented and they would go on the show and make a fool of themselves. Sometimes we do that with these kids and we say, oh, you're really good, you're the best. My dad still tells people I'm the best guitar player, best baseball player, best Marine, probably the best metal rock show host he's ever seen. But sometimes we do that. We lump this praise on them, and it doesn't set them up for failure, but it definitely doesn't tell them the truth. And then they go and they put themselves in front of people, and we go, oh, we don't have that here. The praise they get is honest, true, deserved, and probably not even enough.